The death of presence. Relationships live and breathe on presence. Not just physical presence, but emotional and mental presence. But how often are we only half present? Sitting next to the person we love, but our attention is miles away. Laughing at something on a screen while ignoring the silence growing between us. Reaching for our phones before reaching for each other. We underestimate the damage of small distractions. The hold on, let me just reply to this. The just one more scroll. The I'm listening, said without looking up. But over time, presence is replaced with absence, conversations shrink, intimacy fades. We know more about strangers on our feed than the person lying next to us in bed. And love withers, not because it wasn't strong, but because it wasn't nourished. The noise that drowns love. Our grandparents fell in love in a quieter world, letters written by hand, dates without interruptions, walks where the only sound was conversation. Today, love competes with noise, endless noise, notifications buzzing, videos autoplaying, ads screaming for attention, opinions pouring from every direction. In that chaos, love whispers. It requires silence to be heard. But we rarely create that silence anymore. We rarely put the phone down long enough to listen, really listen, to our partner's heart. And so love gets drowned, not because it's weak, but because we never gave it space to speak. The illusion of options. Screens also feed us something deadly, the illusion that there's always something better. Dating apps, social platforms, constant exposure to curated lives, everything whispers. What you have isn't enough. There's more out there. Someone better. Something better. Commitment suffers when options seem endless. Instead of nurturing what we have, we're tempted by what we think we could have. Instead of appreciating the person in front of us, we fantasize about filtered strangers. But here's the truth. No amount of swiping or scrolling will ever replace the depth of love that is fought for, chosen daily and built over time. Real love isn't found in endless options. It's found in choosing one and choosing them again and again. The forgotten touch. Screens cannot hold you. They cannot comfort you. They cannot replace the warmth of a hand in yours, the safety of an embrace, the power of looking into someone's eyes and knowing they are yours. Yet so many couples trade that touch for digital distraction. Intimacy is lost, not because love is gone, but because attention has shifted. Love is physical. It's presence. It's touch. It's being fully with someone, not while scrolling, not while distracted, but fully there. Rediscovering real love. So how do we heal? How do we protect modern love in a screen-filled world? It begins with awareness, with realizing that our relationships are worth more than likes, comments, or notifications. That the person beside us is not competing with the world, but too often competing with the phone. It begins with small choices, putting the phone away at dinner, making eye contact instead of scrolling, saying, "Tell me about your day," and actually listening. Choosing to compliment your partner instead of comparing them to strangers online. Turning off the screen to turn toward each other. Love is in those choices. And slowly, as those choices add up, presence returns, intimacy rebuilds. The glow of screens fades, and the glow of love takes its place again. The enduring truth. At the end of life, no one says, "I wish I had scrolled more." No one clutches their phone on their deathbed, wishing they had checked one last feed. What we long for, what we treasure, what we remember are people, moments, love, the laughter at the table, the warmth of a hug, the sound of someone saying, "I love you. I'm here." If we don't start protecting those moments, we will lose them to screens, so put it down. Look up. Hold your partner's hand. See them again as you did in the beginning. Appreciate the real over the curated. Choose love over distraction, because in the end, screens will fade. But love, the kind that is nurtured, chosen, and appreciated, will last. Closing. Modern relationships don't have to be casualties of modern times. Love doesn't have to lose to technology, but it will if we let it. So make the choice, create presence, guard intimacy, speak appreciation, silence the noise. Treat your partner as you did before screens filled every quiet moment, and you will find that the love you began with can endure. Because true love was never meant to be lived through a screen. It was meant to be lived face to face, hand in hand, heart to heart.